Hi fellow witchy spirits out there. I wanted to give some benefits of using clove oil. I can come back here and look up the herbs that clove is good for. It's in this book right here that I'm looking in. And let's see if I can find this section. Bear with me, everybody. Clove is good for banishing, releasing, exorcism, protection, spirit, and companion offering. And in this book, it gives you magical uses for herbs. Clove is good for protection. Let's see if we can find the beginning of the herbs so that I can tell you everything. Okay. It's good for gossip management. It's good for love. It's good for lust. Prophetic dreams. For prosperity. Of course, for protection. And I'm looking to see if there's any more listed in here. So that's what clove is for. Now tonight we're going to be doing frankincense oil. Oh, my head hurts. Stupid headband won't stay on. Okay, so frankincense, it says anointing it's good for. It's good for strength, power, energy, exorcism, Yule, Beltane, visions, protection, and consecration. And I wanted to see if it listed anything in this book. Here it is, protection. That's about the only thing it's listed under. Yep, that's it. They just say for protection. So what I've done is I've put it in my mortar here. And I've just smashed it up into small powder. Oops, I don't want to spill my wine. Better set that back there. I'll end up spilling it. It'll stain my lace tablecloth. Okay. I've heated up my oil, which it's not super hot anymore. It's about just a little bit warmer than room temperature. And I'm going to use a big funnel. Let me tilt you down here so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. I hope that will do it. Hopefully that will work. Okay. So I'm going to put, here's my jar, and I'm going to put the frankincense in there. Can you see that? Okay. Then we're going to take our oil. I'm going to turn this around before I make a huge mess. And I don't want to fill it completely up because I have to make room for the glycerin. Remember what I taught you in the other video of clove oil. Read what it says. Right here. Can you read that? Preserves, leaves, and flowers. So you want to use glycerin, guys, when you're making your oils. So I'm going to dump an amount of glycerin in there. And I'm also going to put in castor oil. And I'm using sunflower oil as my carrier. There we go. And now it's topped off. I'm going to let the rest of that drain in there. Let the funnel sit here. And I'm going to dump just a little bit out because I don't want it quite that full. And now I got to get a paper towel because I don't want it drippy everywhere. Right back, guys. Let me get a paper towel. Sorry, I know that's annoying when you see the person walking away from the camera. Maybe I'll cut that part out then. Okay, so now we have it in here and I'm going to shake it up. Get all the frankincense floating around in there. And I will strain this after a couple weeks. I always let my oils sit and steep. Okay, and now what you can do, let me go get my labeler. I got this at Costco. And there's something I want to show you also that I got at Costco that is something else that we're going to be making oil from. Okay, here's my labeler. And I'm going to type in oops, turn on. Okay. Frank in I'll move this so that maybe you can see this. Here's the tape of the labeler. And then I want to clear and type in oil. And hit print. Get a pair of scissors. Trim off my frankincense because that's a long word. Peel off the backing. Put it on my bottle up the way I want it to be. I'll turn it this way. Oops, we'll turn it upside right. Whoops, I spelled frankincense wrong. Oh well, I know what it says. I forgot the K and put an E instead. Oh well. There you go. And so then you've got it labeled. I misspelled it. I accidentally typed in a C, or yeah, a C instead of a, or an E instead of a K for frankincense. Oh well, I'll know what it is. But there you go. Then you've got it labeled and you just come by and shake your oils a couple times each day and just let it sit and percolate in there for a couple weeks. Okay, now we're going to make rosemary oil next. And of course you're going to say all your rituals and your prayers and stuff, but I usually mix mine and let it percolate. And once it's all, you know, percolated together and then I strain it, that's when I'll start doing my, you know, big, huge intentions and prayers and all that. But when I initially get it together just to let it percolate and steep over time, I don't worry about the whole intention thing. I do it after it's ready and prepared in the state that I want it. Okay, so now I'm going to stick this oil in the microwave on 30 seconds. Get my pestle, get my rosemary that I grew in my garden this past summer. Gosh, that smells so good. Get this and start working it about. Let's put this over here. I don't know if you can see that. I hope you can. And the reason why you want to smash it up in your mortar is because that's what releases the oils. And when you heat up some oil and put these herbs in it to steep for 2 weeks, shaking it at least once a day, but you can shake it as many times a day as you remember. You want the oils and all the goodness and all the magical and healing properties of this herb to release itself into the oil that you're making. Now we'll get the oil. Put this in here. Get my jar. Pour it in, and hopefully not so full this time so that I leave room for the glycerin and for the castor oil. I'll just do that much for right now. And then we're going to shake the glycerin, and we're going to add that. And we're going to add castor oil. Just a teeny bit more sunflower oil. Ooh, there we go. That's full already. Close it up. Wipe your jar off. There's some little fragmented frankincense. And let's look up the properties, if we can, of rosemary. We all know that's a good herb. Rosemary, also known as elf leaf. Courage, exorcism, protection, purification, dreams, health, city contact, strength, cleansing, and other world. And let's see what this one says. For rosemary. Rosemary is good for beauty. And for health and healing. And also for love. It's good for lust. Oh, here's something that they say, just this is a side note. Menopause, black cohosh, lavender, peppermint, and sage are good for menopause. That's people that go through hot flashes like me. Okay, so back to rosemary. Rosemary is good for prophetic dreams. What else? Rosemary. Rosemary. I put my tree up today and decorated it, and my dogs kept stealing my tree skirt that you put under it. Rosemary is good for sleep. Rosemary is good for preventing theft. Rosemary is good for wishes. And that's it for the rosemary. So we made frankincense oil and we made rosemary oil, which of course it's not completed. It'll take a couple weeks. But it's on its way, and I'm going to make a label for rosemary. Let's see if I can spell this one right without punching in the wrong keys. And I'm anal where I want all my jars facing like the same way because I have a rack that I bought that I'm going to be putting all of my oils and my herbs and my essential oils and things like that on and hanging it on the wall for better organization. So I want to make sure that I put the labels on the same place on the bottle so that all my bottles are turned a certain way. I'm anal like that. Oops. And there we have rosemary oil after a couple weeks. Just hold the lid and just shake, 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 and just do that every day. It's okay if you forget a day. I mean, don't freak out and think, oh no, my oil's wrecked. It ain't. Just when you remember, give it a good shake. You know, if you want to do it every other day, do it every other day. But I try to do mine at least once a day. I usually do mine twice a day, but depends what the day's like and how busy or crappy the day is. Be nice, pepperoonies. And there's the frankincense oil. And we will strain these after 2 weeks. Alright guys, let me bring you back up here. That's better. So guys, we've got clove oil, frankincense oil, rosemary oil, and I'll be scurrying around here seeing what ingredients I have to make other single oils. And once we do the line of single oils, then we will start trying to implement and mixing different oils to make, you know, certain conjure oils. And again, if anybody has a book on hoodoo conjure oils and you've got the actual recipes, please leave it in the comment section below, the title, the author name, and where you bought it, because I'm interested in that. I am so sick of spending anywhere from $8 to $10, clear up to $25 for a tiny little bottle of conjure oil. It's just, to me, that's not worth it. That is just such a ripoff. But we have to find the recipes, of course, in order to do it ourselves. So let's pull together, everybody, and let's save money, and, you know, let's try to find conjure oil recipes so that we can make them ourselves. Have a great night, and I'll see you next video. Blessings, everybody.